number 10 is shadow IT, lacking your control where your data is scattered. How's that on your radar in terms of cyber risks?
You start thinking about this. A lot of shadow IT problems are definitely what Andy and Vin have mentioned. They're the lack of ability to solve a business goal because your users just want to win in business. That's it. But at the same time, you maybe one day send a developer home and they're using their home machine and you haven't taken away local admin access and you don't know what they're using. And shadow ID can also be, let's say, that same Plex server that's running in that environment that I get in through because it's not updated. Why? Because you were allowing new protect surface without having any concept of its attack surface because you're not even aware of the software. Well, how do you solve that? You take away local admin rights. You set up functions so that your system doesn't allow someone to sign in from a bring your own device. You set it up so that the sensitive data that might matter the most is even more protected from that. And the data that needs to be used every day might work somewhere else. But you would basically make this to where you're aware of it. To Vin's point, you can track it through things like Liongard with their endpoint agent or through cloud app access, through those type of things of DNS filtering and things like that, and start saying, I'm going to be aware of where that surface is. And then I'm going to start making retroactive decisions, hopefully left of boom, to Vin's earlier point, that say, nah, we're going to block off Dropbox. I'm going to take care of it. Like when I was at my MSP, I went and registered a Dropbox enterprise account of one license just so I could set up SSO and block off anybody else with that same email address. No, right? They're going to go use their home email address. They're going to do other things, but it's a bit of a cat and mouse game of ensuring that your people have what they need to do their jobs and to win the mission for the business, but also stopping their ability to do the wrong thing. It goes back to Krebs saying we should take away people's ability to make the wrong decisions as much as possible. And that's clearly not done in a lot of the breaches and the very public ones you've seen recently. That was tied to the inability to say as an executive leadership team, no, we're not giving people access to stuff from their house. They're going to have to use a SAW, secure administrative workstation, or they're going to have to use SDP or ZTNA or other things. So I'll say a billion words, but shadow IT is probably one of the biggest untalked about surface areas. Control 2.1, what software am I using, is probably the least represented. If I looked at somebody's approach to CIS 2.1, I've probably never seen more than an 80% solution ever. They write the control off, but they're probably only talking about 80% of the actual software volume that's out there. So